Every business has one goal, and that is to earn a profit. But in CAT examination, your goal is to earn marks, and that starts with mastering profit and loss. At first glance, these questions look simple, but the exam often hides the real challenge behind discounts, mark prices, successive gains and losses, or clever wording that can easily lead to mistakes. In this video, we'll help you master the shortcuts that help you solve CAT level profit and loss questions quickly and accurately. By the end of this session, you'll be able to approach profit and loss with confidence and make your investment into this topic one of the most profitable ones. So let's get started.
So hi everyone, welcome to Cracku's video series. So we are continuing our shortcuts, tips and tricks series of quants. So today we will be seeing about profit and loss. So basically profit and loss has its own formula, but most of its tips or tricks or the elegant ways will be based on ratios, proportions and all of these things. So you should be good in ratios, proportions, alligations, as well as you should be good in what can I say, averages as well. So you're good with all these things because we have already seen the shortcuts or elegant tips for them and you have already learned the concept for all of them. This will become easy for you. So let us start now. So our first trick is that equating ratio. So here also you have work with ratios only. You don't have to write the big equations. You just have to work with the ratios. So it says when either selling price or cost price stays the same and the conditions are applied on the other price, manipulate the ratios to get the required percentage. So what does it exactly mean? We will go to the example and learn about it. This question came in CAT 2023. It says that Geeta sells two objects A and B at the same price such that she makes a profit of 20% on object A and loss of 10% of object B. If she increases the selling price such that objects A and B are still sold at an equal price and a profit of 10% is made on object B, then the profit made on object A will be nearest to. So what does it say? Geeta has two objects, A and B. So there is some cost price and some selling price. Now instead of assuming anything, just look at it. A is sold at 20% profit. So 20% profit means, so if I say if cost price is 5, 20% of 5 will be 1. So profit will be 1. And what is selling price? It's nothing but cost price plus profit. So it will be 6. So what is the ratio of cost price and selling price? It will be 5:6. So here the ratio of cost price to selling price will be 5:6. Similarly, it is said object B is sold at 10% loss. So if cost price of object B is 10, loss will be 10% of cost price, that is 1 rupees. And what will be selling price? It will be cost price minus loss, which is 9. So here ratio will be 9:10. Now what are we told? We are told that the selling price, sorry, it will be 10:9. We are told that the selling price of both of them is same. So I have to make these two parts as same. How will I do that? By taking LCM. What is the LCM of 6 and 9? It is 18. So to make this 18, I will multiply this ratio by 3. So I will get 15:18. Similarly, I will multiply this ratio by 2. So I will get 20:18. Now my selling price is same. Now what is it told? It is told if she increases the selling price such that they are both sold at an equal price now also and a profit of 10% is made on object B. So if profit of 10% is made on 20, how much will be the selling price? It will be 22. So now the selling price is 22. To make this 18:22, we have to increase it by 4. So selling price here also will be 22. And now we have to find the profit on A. So what is the profit here? Profit is nothing but 22 minus 15, which is 7. Percentage profit will be 7 by 15 into 100, which is nearest to 47%. So 47% is the correct answer here. Did we do anything fancy here? We did nothing. We just equated the ratio. Why? Because selling price was given as same. And then we just worked on the other conditions and we got the answer. So you can also work on the ratios and solve this question using the ratios. Now let us look at the next tree. This is a very common thing which we do. I have just given the name is at base 100 tree. Here we just assume the values as in the multiples of 100. By assuming that, what happens? Every percentage is nothing but every percentage will have its denominator as 100. So if you assume some value in a multiple of 100, this 100 will conveniently get cancelled and you will only have to work with this value or whatever this value will be. Now, what does it say? When multiple transactions are branched and the values are in terms of percentages and the asked quantity is also in form of percentage or ratios, assume the base value as 100 and proceed further. Now let us solve one example based on it. Now in this one, what it is told? A shopkeeper sells 2 tables, each procured at cost price P, to Amal and Asim. So he sold those to Amal and Asim at a profit of 20% and at a loss of 20%. Amal sells his table to Bimal at a profit of 30%, and while Asim sells his table to Barun at a loss of 30%. If the amounts paid by Bimal and Barun are x and y, find the value of x minus y by p. It's a big question, but here you just have to assume the values. What is the value you have to assume? Let us say p is equal to 100. If p is 100, at what price Amal will get it? Amal is getting it at 20% profit. So shopkeeper sold to Amal at 20% profit. So if shopkeeper sold this thing at 20% profit, the price here will be 120. Similarly for Asim, it is 20% loss. So this will be 80. Now what happens? Amal sells this to Bimal. So he is selling to Bimal at what? At 30% profit. So 30% extra on this. So 36 extra. It means 156. Similarly, he is selling this to Barun at 30%. He is selling it to Barun at 30% loss. So 30% is what? 80 minus 24, which is 56. So we have given this is x, this is y, and we have to find x minus y divided by p, which is equal to 156 minus 56 divided by 100, which is nothing but 100 by 100 equal to 1. So see, just by assuming p as 100, our work became so simple. We didn't even have to go to fractions or decimals or anything. We just worked with the assumed value and we got the answer as 1. So 1 is the correct answer here. So you can also assume values in profit and loss or ratios or averages, and you can solve the questions easily. Now let us look at the third one. So this is a multiplying factor trick. It is a concept also and also easy way to solve dishonest shopkeeper question. So in dishonest shopkeeper problems, successive percentages are important. Instead of tracking actual weight of the goods, convert every act of cheating into simple fractions. Chain these fractions together with the cost price and mark up discount fractions. The obtained result is the ratio of revenue to cost price. So let us see what it is telling. This tells that a merchant purchases a cloth at a rate of rupees 100 per meter and receives 5 centimeter length of cloth free for every 100 centimeter length of cloth purchased by him. He sells the same cloth at a rate of 110 per meter but cheats his customer by giving 95 centimeter instead of 100 centimeter. If the merchant provides 5% discount, the resulting profit earned by him. So we will make the fractions for each and everything. So let us see. Let's say cost price is 100. If cost price is 100, my first fraction will be what? So I can say 100 into first cheating. What he is doing is that he is receiving 5 centimeter instead 5 centimeter extra for every 100 centimeter. So for every rupees 100, he is not getting 100 centimeter. He is getting 5 centimeter extra. So he is getting 105 centimeter. So I can say 105 per 100 rupees. This is the fraction for his cheating while buying. Now what he is doing? He is selling at a 110 per meter. So instead of 100 rupees which he bought at, he is selling it at 110. So by how much fraction his profit is increasing? It is increasing by 110 divided by original price, which is 100. Now what he does is that he cheats his customer by giving 95 centimeter instead of 100 centimeter. So whatever the price he would have got for 100 centimeter, he is getting it for only 95 centimeter. So what will be the profit fraction here? It will be 100 by 95 into, he is giving 5% discount. Now this is a loss for him. Why? Because he is giving 5% discount. So on 100 rupees, if he is giving 5% discount, how much he is selling for? 95. So the here fraction will be 95 by 100. Now if you solve this, you will get this fraction will get cancelled. From here you can cancel this. You can multiply this like 21 and 20. You get 200. So if you do this, you will get 1 point. This is 310. You again get 1. So you minus 200 from here. And you get 5, something like that. And then again you will get 5 like it. So there into 100 is there. So we also have to multiply this by 100. So this will become around 115.5 approximately. So his cost price was 100. His selling price is what? 115.5. So how much profit he is getting? He is getting this 15.5 extra. So his profit will be 15.5%. So did we write any equations like stated cost price or actual cost price? Nothing. We just converted every act of his cheating in a simple fraction. Now here he was getting profit, so my fraction should be greater than 1. Second, he was selling for 110, so here also he was getting profit, so my fraction should be greater than 1. Here as well, he was selling only 95 centimeter instead of 100, so my fraction should be greater than 1. But here he was giving discount, so my fraction should be less than 1. So we just made the fractions and found what should be our selling price, and that's how we solve this question. So in any dishonest shopkeeper question, you can form your multiplying factors and find the answers. Now let us look at the next one.
If you found these shortcuts useful, imagine revising every important quant topic in one single place. We have created a 7-hour quant formula revision just for you. This marathon is made by Maruti sir and Sayali ma'am, covering all high weightage topics, essential formula, smart shortcuts and exam oriented questions that you definitely need for CAT. It's designed to help you revise faster, solve questions more efficiently and strengthen your quant fundamentals. Whether you are starting your preparation now or are in middle of your preparation or are in the final phase, this is a resource that you'll keep coming back to. Check out the CAT Quant Formula Complete Revision by Maruti sir and Sayali ma'am, and if you want a link to this video, just comment Quant Formula in the comment section and we will send it to you.
So in this question we are asked, Gopi marks a price on a product in order to make 20% profit. Ravi gets 10% discount on this marked price and thus saves rupees 15. Then the profit in rupees made by Gopi by selling the product to Ravi is what? So what we have to do, we just have to assume the values. Let us say cost price is 100. He has marked in a such a way that he will get 20% profit. So mark price will be 20% more than 100, which is 120. But Ravi is getting 10% discount on 120. So selling price will be what? Selling price will be 108. And what will be the discount? It will be rupees 12. Now for our assumed 100, our profit is, our discount is rupees 12. But actual is what? Actual is 15. What are we asked? We are asked the profit made by Gopi. What is the profit made by Gopi? It is rupees 8 in this index. So if 12 is equivalent to 15, 8 will be equivalent to 10. Why? Just unitary method, cross multiplication. So you just cross multiply, you get 15 into 8 divided by 12 is equal to x. So your x becomes 10. So Gopi made 10 rupees of profit. We didn't write any equations here, nothing. We just used the ratios, assumed the values, and just used the unitary method. So you can solve this question under some 30 seconds by using these methods. You don't even have to write the equations or waste your time like 1 or 1.5 minutes while solving the equations. So let us look at the next example. So in this question we are asked, the selling price of a product is fixed to ensure 40% profit. If the product had cost 40% less and had been sold for 5 rupees less, then the resulting profit would have been 50%. The original selling price in rupees of the product is what? Here also you have to just assume the values. Let us say cost price is 100 and we want 40% profit. So profit will be 40. So selling price will be 140. Now what is said? If cost price was 40% less, so if cost price is 40% less means cost price will be 60. Then the profit would have been 50%. So 50% of 60 is nothing but 30 rupees. And this is nothing but 90. So new selling price will be 90. But here it was given the difference between original selling price and new selling price is 5 rupees. What is the difference between original and new selling price here? It is 50. So in our assumed 100 value, difference comes to 50 and actual difference is what? 5. So I can say 50 parts is equal to rupees 5. So I can say rupees 1 is equal to 10 parts. What am I asked? I am asked the original selling price. So this is 140 parts. So if 10 parts is rupees 1, 140 parts will be rupees 14. So 14 is the correct answer here. By using this ratio or by assuming the values, you could solve this question under 30 or 25 seconds only. Here we haven't done anything. We just assumed the values, written down the condition and just made it equivalent to our parts. So this is how you solve this question. Now let's look at the next one. In this question we are asked, after 2 successive increments, Gopal's salary became 187.5%. If the percentage of salary increase in the second increment was twice that was in the first increment, then the percentage of salary increase in the first increment was what? Let us say in the first it was X percent. So for example, his salary was 100. In first it was 1 plus X percent. And in second it was 1 plus 2x percent is equal to what? 187.5% of 100. So this is nothing but 187.5. From here you can say 1 plus x percent into 1 plus 2x percent is equal to 1.875. Now this 1.875 will be something like 1 point something here into 1 point something here. So we for sure know that the end digit should be 5, end multiplication. So here what you have to do, you don't have to solve this quadratic equation. You have to try the options. If you see, if you take x equal to 30, this will become 1.3 and this will become 1.6. The end digit is coming here 8, 6 into 3. So this is not the answer. If you take this 27.5, so this will become 1.275 into 27 into 5 will become 1.55. Now this can be the possible answer. So let us hold at this one. This option was not this one. This was 40. Here also it won't come. Now look at 25. So if you do this, you will get 1.25 here into 25 into 2. It will be 1.5. If you see, the exact multiplication of 1.25 and 1.5 is easier to multiply than this one. So if you multiply this, from here you will get 1.875. So we first did the easier multiplication, we got the exact whatever we wanted. Hence we don't have to check for this, and this 25 will be the correct answer here. Now option D was 40. So it will be 1 plus x percent will be 1.4. 1 plus 2x percent will be 1.8. So 8 into 4, last digit will be 2. We want last digit to be 5. Hence this is not the correct answer. So we first went options by options, then we selected 27.5. We got some multiplication. We didn't do that because it was a big multiplication. So we are like, let us do some small multiplication. We did that small multiplication, we got the exact value. If we hadn't got the exact value, this would have been the answer. So this is how you solve it, by using the options. You don't have to solve this quadratic equation. Now let us look at the next one. In this question we are asked, a person spends 50,000 to purchase a desktop computer and laptop computer. He sold the desktop at 20% profit and the laptop at 10% loss. If he made a 2% profit overall, then the purchase price in rupees of the desktop is what? Here, two things like one loss and one profit is making overall profit here. So when two groups mix each other and give rise to some new average, what comes to our mind? Alligations. So let us use alligations here. We have desktop and we have laptop. So desktop is sold at 20% profit. So this is plus 20%. Laptop is sold at 10% loss. So this is minus 10%. And overall you are getting 2% profit. Just apply the alligations here. So 20% minus 2%, you will get 18%. 2% minus of minus 10%, here you will get 12%. What is the ratio? Ratio is 12% is to 18%. So desktop is to laptop ratio is 2 is to 3. What is the total parts? Total parts is 5 parts. And this 5 parts is equivalent to total amount, which is 50,000. So if 5 parts is equivalent to 50,000, 2 parts will be equivalent to 20,000. What are we asked? We are asked the cost price of, or the purchase price of desktop, and it became 20,000. So 20,000 is the correct answer here. This is how you solve the question using the alligation. You didn't have to write any linear equation or anything. Just use the alligation and solve the question. Now let us look at this question. It says, Mukesh purchased 10 bicycles in 2017, all at the same price. He sold 6 of these at a profit of 25% and the remaining 4 at a loss of 25%. He made a total profit of rupees 2,000. Then his purchase price of a bicycle in rupees was what? Now the 6 are sold at 25% and remaining 4 are sold at loss of minus 25%. So it will be minus 25%. So we can use the alligation and find the combined profit or loss. It will be profit only. Why? Because it is given the total profit of rupees 2,000. But the value which we will get here, it will be in percentages and it will be per bicycle. So for 10 bicycle, if profit is 2,000, for 1 bicycle profit will be 200. Now let us try to find out this value. How do you do this? This 6 is to 4 I can write 3 is to 2. Now if you know the concept of weighted average, you add the weights given. So what are these weights? It is nothing but 5. And then again you add this individual things. So what it will be? 25 minus of minus 25, which is 50%. So this 50% will get divided into this 5. So 1 will be equal to, or one part will be equal to 50% by 5, which is 10%. So if this is 10%, 2 parts will be equivalent to 20%, 3 parts will be equivalent to 30%. Now I know this value is lesser than 25%. Why? Because we have this minus 25, this 25. So this value will be between these two. So 25% becomes 20%. How does it become? By subtracting 5%. And you can see here, by subtracting minus 25 from 5, you will get 5 of minus 25. So 5 plus 25, it will become 30%. So we got the profit is 5%. If profit is 5%, so let us say cost price is CP into 5 by 100 is equal to 200. So from here you can get 40, and cost price becomes 40 into 100, which is 4,000. So this is how you can solve this question by using alligations. Here you don't have to write the equation or anything. You can just use normal alligation concept, which will make it easier to find the combined profit. And you had given the per cycle profit is 200, so you can find the cost price of each bicycle. This is how you solve these questions. So in profit and loss, here we used alligation concept, somewhere we use ratio concepts, and somewhere we use the concepts which are exclusive to profit and loss, such as dishonest shopkeeper concepts in a multiplying factors. So this is how you can save your time in exam, by using ratios, by using options, by using alligations, by using average concepts, and you can save a lot of time and you can attempt more and more questions. So thank you for joining.
Comment down below what are some other topics you want us to cover for you. If you want to learn all important quant tricks, formula and concepts in one single place, check out the 7-hour CAT 2026 Quant Formula Complete Revision by Maruti sir and Sayali ma'am. The link of that video is in the description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like it and share it. And for more such CAT preparation updates and content, make sure that you subscribe.